We've got a long history of manufacturing vehicles with internal combustion engine technology, but we're in a process of total transformation. For us in Ford Motor Company in Europe, we're ready to deliver that significant pace of change in terms of the adoption of plug-in and fully electric vehicles.
We have to very rapidly redeploy all of the assets that we've got into factories that can meet low carbon vehicles by 2030. The factory of the future is all about moving data, and 5G is an enabler for that. Ford has a long-standing partnership with Vodafone. Building a pilot line with 5G was a great opportunity for us to then look at the technology, understand the technology, and without this learning, we wouldn't be able to consider doing this in one of our plants.
One of the use cases here in Dunton, using the Vodafone mobile private network, is on our welding machines. So we're capturing images before we're welding and then after we're welding. And then we can use AI and feed back to the machine if the weld isn't particularly good, and then change and re-weld whilst the part is still in the machine. You could be welding and creating terabytes of data very, very quickly. So it's important that we have the connectivity that can keep up with that and that could send that data and store it as quick as we're producing it.
We've been able to see data back from the laser process that tells us that we're getting a build-up of heat in our lenses, which means that we need to replace them. We could then contact an expert to discuss it, but we can also use the 5G network in conjunction with a HoloLens system to guide an operator through the process of changing that lens. We're keen to make sure that we can connect securely, and of course with 5G you have the ability to use SIMs on every single device and make sure that you're aware of every device that's communicating on your private network.
We've got plans to totally transform our vehicle lineup over the next 10 to 15 years. The manufacturing engineering team are at the centre of the change of EV powertrain in Europe, and this team needs to work with people like Vodafone so we can do that as efficiently as possible.